Hello everyone, this is Joy Bell.
And this is your man T Bell.
And this is Jackson Bell, our son. He's joining us today. He's sitting in his chair because he's at an adventurous stage of wanting to climb up the steps. So he's going to be one of our co-hosts today.
That's right.
But welcome to Life After Love, episode 2. We're so excited. We had such a good feedback from the first one, so hopefully it just gets better and better with time. We're still waiting on people to give anything that you want to talk about. So we're just excited that you're giving us a chance. We just hope that you continue to do so.
Yeah.
So I guess are you done? Okay, thank you. So I guess we'll start with my uplifting moment. And I follow this page on Facebook. And it's called Victory Today. And they always have little nice positive quotes. Sometimes they will post a scripture on there. But there's always something positive. And so one of the quotes on there I really, really like. And I wanted to share it with you. And hopefully it will uplift someone, through their week or something that might be going on in their lives to encourage them and let them know that everything's okay and it will get better. So the quote is, broken things can become blessed things if you let God do the mending. And I chose to use that as the quote for today because I think many times we think of where we come from or where we are currently, and we don't think that God can take us to great places that we could just greater places than we could even imagine or think. And there is a scripture, if Tyler look it up for me, which I think is in Ephesians, about God will do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ask or think. I want to get the exact wording, but I should know it because we just did it in our local church. But I just want you to know that God can use you wherever you are, meet you wherever you are, and your beginning doesn't determine your end. A lot of the examples that he uses not examples, but a lot of the parables or stories of people in the Bible, these weren't just great people to start off with, but he used them to have great success or use them to still impact our lives today, and they probably weren't qualified either.
Ephesians what?
I think it may be Ephesians 3:20, or maybe Ephesians 5:20.
What you say? It sound right, or what it say? Now unto him who is able.
Yeah.
Ephesians 3:20.
Oh, look at me, Bible scholar.
Now unto him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work and within us.
Right. So it just, to me, that kind of goes with the broken things can become blessed things if you let God do the mending. So I just wanted to use it as an uplift moment to encourage someone that thinks that you can't be used in the place that you are right now, but God can meet you wherever you are, and he can just take you to levels that you'll never think of. Even just in our lives, I didn't think that I would get to the point of being married, having my own house, having a family. Not that I didn't think I was deserving of, but I just couldn't visualize it or see how it was going to happen with my current circumstances. But God has blessed me more than I even deserve. So just keep the faith. Don't give up. And know that where you are now does not determine your end point. It's just a part of your destination, your GPS.
Amen.
And so I guess we'll do our T-Bell rants. We'll see what he has for us now. But before he does, I think this is so funny. Because I don't like Taco Bell. And then on the news, they were in the news for 2 different reasons. Give him his toy. They were in the news 2 different times just within this last, couple of days?
Right after we posted the podcast.
So Taco Bell had an employee licking the tacos. And then, what was the other thing? Oh, it was a doorknob in the nacho. But, of course, Chick-fil-A They was out there changing tires. The manager was changing
It's a conspiracy.
a veteran tires.
It's a conspiracy.
I'm just saying, Chick-fil-A, you do me good. You always represent so well. And then on top of that, right down the street from my house is a Taco Bell right next to Chick-fil-A. So Chick-fil-A will be opening up soon, and Tyler can go Taco Bell and I can go Chick-fil-A. How about that? Okay.
All right. You done?
I'm done. T-Bell rants.
Okay. So I kind of feel some type of way after the last few weeks. Because I do my best to be a good husband to my beautiful wife and a good father. But Joy, I have to say, sometimes I don't think you appreciate the things I be trying to do for you.
Here we go today.
Because I come and check on you at night. And you telling me you act like it's a crime for me to stand over you and watch you sleep and make sure you doing okay. Why is that such a problem for you?
Let me tell y'all this.
Tell
he
the
is
whole,
very
tell the truth.
stalkerish. So just
Stalk
think.
my wife.
So this is not. Y'all heard him say stand over me, not check on me.
I'm checking on you. That's what I'm doing. I'm your angel
I
over
could
the
be
night.
asleep and I just sense something on me. So you sleep. And when you wake up, you see somebody on top of you looking down at you. And so he's scaring me. So when
How am I scaring you? I'm just standing there like making sure she's okay.
When you're asleep, you don't realize it's something. It could be somebody that broke into the house and now you stand up me, you trying to kill me.
So them times you jump, Thomas.
Yes,
you scared and I'm checking on you.
Yes, and then
I'm
why you get a punch afterwards and then I go back to sleep.
I'm an innocent man. All I was doing was eating my peanut butter and jelly sandwich, standing over you, making sure you were still breathing, doing okay. I was your angel in the night, and you got scared. And
I
you told me
didn't
don't.
feel like you were my angel. I felt like you were my stalker.
That's kind of messed up. I do my best.
I felt like I was in like one of those movies, Obsessed, or what's one of those movies where the women, they had those stalkers. What was that movie when the man was sleeping under the bed? I mean, literally, he was just standing on me like this.
I was looking like,
and I'm
okay,
like,
she's still breathing.
And
okay.
he does this like several times, y'all. And I'm just like, this is a little crazy, a little creepy.
But then if I don't do it, you'll come in there talking about you ain't check on me. So I stand there to make sure you feel my presence over you, to let you know that I'm here, making sure you okay. Yes. Yes, that's what I do. I be trying to tell her that I'm watching over her to make sure she okay.
Jackson, he crazy. He crazy.
Don't be agreeing with her. Don't be agreeing with her.
So that's all I'm saying. You can love me and make sure I'm okay without having to stand over me.
Oh, I'm gonna do it even longer just because you said that.
So y'all, when y'all see Tyler, he has a black eye.
I'm gonna breathe my breath over you just so you can feel.
He has a black eye because I'm like just fighting for my life. I don't know who it is. Just know it's because Tyler was standing over me.
I just want you to appreciate my efforts of trying to watch over you and make sure you're okay.
Literally.
That's all I want to do.
Literally, you weren't really watching. You're more hovering over me.
You're over-exaggerating. Ain't nobody hovering.
It's very scary. Like, I'm literally, he's like this, and then all I hear is this.
You extra.
It's like...
Your mama's so extra.
It's like Jason. What's the one with the mask? He be breathing hard. Yeah, that's you.
But then if I don't come in there and check on you, it'll be a problem.
I just want you to check on me from afar.
Okay.
I need you to be like God. He got his eye on me, but he ain't got to be like right there. He like, oh, I can see what you're doing from afar. He ain't got to be like all on my back.
Okay.
And he still love me.
Okay. I'm done. I just want my efforts.
But I do appreciate you checking on me, making sure I'm alive and breathing. Because I would hate for, like die in the middle of the night and then you don't even check on me.
So you saying it's okay for me
to check on me, but not standing over me.
So what about the times when I come and put my hand on you and I'm praying for you?
That scares me too.
That scares you?
Yeah, because I don't know what you're doing. If I'm asleep, y'all help him understand. If you in a deep sleep, and I mean, it's hard for me to even get to sleep. So when I finally get to sleep, and then I hear or I feel somebody touching me or somebody standing over me, my first instinct is to, flight or fight? my first instinct is to fight. So that's when he do that, I usually end up hitting him. Like, stop, Tyler.
And I'm trying to pray over you. Okay, I'm done.
So that was your Tyler rant?
Yeah, that's my rant. I just want to be my efforts to be appreciated.
It is appreciated. I do, boo.
Okay.
I appreciate you, but you do creep me out a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Anyways, so today's topic, I read it on Facebook. One of the girls I went to high school with, she put it on Facebook. And it was interesting because the comments of any post are pretty much the best part of any video or any podcast or whatever. So the status said, for women specifically, when you get married, how do you benefit from being married? And the context of it was kind of saying how women pretty much are the ones who always sacrifice, or the ones who have to give up something, the ones who have to bend over and break their back to make things happen, to keep peace in the home. So, yeah, that's the question. How do women benefit from being married?
That's a good question. So, for me, of course, for one, it's companionship and love to me on a physical level that you get. So the highest level of love and companionship is relationship with God, in my opinion. But the closest thing that you can get to that is marriage. Because when you married to the right person, you get that. You get to really experience what unconditional love is. You experience it with God, but physically you experience that with your husband. And then also as well, and this is speaking. Okay, so this is speaking from my Christian point of view, because for some people they would be like, you could get some of this just being in a relationship, but it's not meant that way. The only relationship that's meant to have a covenant is marriage. So you really don't have an obligation when you're not married in the sight of God. But so like if we do it God's way, not only that, that's where you become fruitful. You have your children, you have your legacy together, of passing down the next generation, which makes it easier when you marry. You have that commitment to raise children. That's definitely a benefit. I love being married. I love it way more than being single. Because I feel like I married my best friend, so I have someone I can talk to about stuff, that I can be transparent with, that I can have fun with. And you can do that with friends. It's just on a different intimate level. And then, I don't know what we're rating this podcast.
What you mean?
But, like, who's listening? So, this is more for the adults, But a benefit of marriage, obviously is sex. I mean, the right way. And so, you just have a deeper connection. Jackson. Exactly. You have a deeper connection with sex when you married. And it's interesting that you said, I read this article. I love the reel, but I missed this episode where it was talking about Adrian Houghton and Israel Houghton. How when they had said that cried during sex. Yeah. But Tamara had said the same thing.
Like what, she cried?
Yeah, she's cried before. But they was like, it's because the love is just so passionate. And I have been in a relationship. Now, I'm not saying I've never been in love with someone else before, but it's not the same love that I have for you. You know what I'm saying? Like. So
hold up. You telling me if we're being intimate and I just bust out,
no,
that's not going to be weird?
It wasn't like that. It was like a tear was shed, not a boo-hoo cry.
I'm looking for a tear, especially if it's dark or something. Yeah, right.
So obviously, I know Tyler hasn't cried.
I'm just saying. That's weird. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I haven't gotten to that point where I'm not as mature as
it
they
really
are.
is an article, and then it was somebody saying that was actually healthy. But it's because the connection is so strong between you two. And it might not be crying, it might be something else, but sex and marriage is so much better than
as you're dating.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I'll say for me, at least, if it was
from a male's perspective,
I'll say how do men benefit, because I don't want to step into the dangerous territory of telling women how they benefit. How I benefit, it helped me to see, we go through man training and all that kind of stuff, but it definitely helped me learn how selfish I was, and helped me to see how selfish I was, and helped me learn how to better communicate, because if it's just you, and of course we're naturally selfish, you're naturally saying, okay, when I want to do something, I just hop up and do it. If I want to buy something, I don't have to budget for nothing. I just buy it when I want to buy it because it's just me. Want to go somewhere, I'm just hop up and go because I don't have to talk to nobody about it. I think when we were dating, and I think one of the first times. Yeah, you gonna let me finish? Yeah. Okay. The first time I really not talked, but I didn't communicate with you. I'm assuming this is why you got upset. Is when we were at Lil Jay's birthday party, and me and Keidra went walking. You remember this?
Yes.
And you were not happy, and even though we were gone for probably 30 minutes to an hour. Like, we just drifted off, and we were gone, maybe right down the street. But to your credit, you did say, the first thing that you said, I guess when you was upset, was you didn't tell me where you were. You didn't say what y'all were doing. I just look up and you gone. And in that midst, I was like, maybe she would have been okay if I would have communicated that with her. She would have been okay with me saying, this is where I'm going, this is who I'm going with. I'm assuming that's what that situation was.
Well, I mean, if you come with somebody and next thing you know, they just gone. And they said, "Then what do you suppose?" I'm like,
yeah.
If something were to happen, what I'm tell somebody? Well, y'all went there together. Well, I don't know what happened. He just kind of left. Police questioning me. Well, what was the last thing? Well, we came to the restaurant together, but after that, I don't know what happened. Now I'm up here looking like a suspect.
I don't know. From that incident, that kind of led me to be more cautious about what I do and how I do it or who I go with, because I remember one day we was at church and Danny came over to me. Danny and Keisha was at the church having rehearsal, and Danny was like, "Yo, T, come roll with me to the store." Can we do the podcast? I see right now how this gonna be with you in these podcasts.
I was saying he can't hear over us talking.
Okay, so there was an instant. Now that's all you hear in the microphone. Anyways, yeah, turn down a little bit. Danny came over to me. He was like, "Roll with me to Publix. I'm finna go to the store." I was like, "No, Danny, don't put me in a situation where I gotta ask Joy, can I go to the store?"
No,
I was like, "Lord, I don't wanna."
Let me interrupt here. You ain't gotta ask. Nobody's telling you to ask. You just need to communicate and let someone know that you go. Because if something happened, I don't know. If something happens, I don't know what's going on. I'm not asking for permission, for you to ask me for permission. I'm just not saying can I go, but just I'm going here. I just wanted to make sure I let you know.
In my mind, I painted this whole picture where I was to ask you, and I was to be like, "Oh man, okay, so Danny want me to go to the store with him. Okay, Joy, would you mind if Massa, would you mind if Sir King Danny would like me to accompany him to go to the store?" And you would just be like, "Go to the store? Hey, nah, you ain't going to no store, homeboy. You gonna stay right here." And in my mind, I'm just like, okay, when I ask her, I have to be as humbly as possible to kind of paint my case for you to want to say, yeah, I can go. And you would just be like, "You ain't going to no store, homeboy." And I'd just be like, "I want to go with Danny. I want to go with Danny." And you just be like, "Nah, bro, you want to go to the store? We need to go to the store tomorrow because we need some eggs and some milk. So if you want to go to the store, you need to wait till tomorrow." So I think I came over. I was like, "Joy," and I was with my little sad puppy dog face. I was like, "Danny wanted me to go to the store with him." He was like, "Okay." And I was shocked because I was expecting some kind of reaction. So as we were gone the whole time, we was gone maybe like 30 minutes. And I was like, okay, was that a setup? In my mind, I'm like, is that a setup? Was that a trap? So I'm looking at my phone waiting for that text message to say, I think it's funny how, and I think you should have did this. And I was just like, Lord, I'm in trouble. But it was all good. So I assume me communicating that with you is what made it okay, because I didn't really just leave like I did last time. So yeah, I think learning how to communicate, being married, that's what helped me, because it helped me figure out you gotta learn how to communicate, because it's not just you no more. And then when Jackson came in the picture, it was just like, you definitely don't have a choice now. Like, who picking up Jackson? What time he going here? What he gonna eat? All this kind of stuff. And you just thinking, if it's just thinking about you, then, you know, you get the short end of the stick, Jackson get the short end of the stick. I'm just taking care of me, which puts the burden on you to have to take care of everything else.
So yeah, I would agree that communication is on both sides, though. I mean, of course you can't. Right now on the top, let me say, Tyler told me that he had a topic, but I didn't prepare for this. So this is just me trying to kind of come off the top of the dome. But so there are a whole lot of benefits. So I know I didn't list all the benefits of marriage, and plus we like new to this, so I can just kind of go off from my experience. But communication on both ends, because then they help you communicate with other people outside of your relationship, because then you start to see, you might not always think that you've communicated clearly like you thought you did. So, you know, if it's a problem if I'm having a problem with Tyler, communicating with him, then maybe somebody else not understanding what I'm saying. So I need to make sure that I'm clear and making sure that I'm meeting that person where they are in my communication. And even at work, a lot of times the way I might handle things at home help me to see, okay, Joy, like I realize now with Tyler, being in a relationship with him, you get a little emotional sometimes and you need to just bring it down a couple notches. It's okay. Sometimes you just got to walk away and calm down, or sometimes you need to give that person, because I'm one, like, I want to just address stuff right away. And Tyler is like, give me a moment.
Pause, bro. Don't just come
let me
at
get myself together, and then we could talk. And that's just something that I learned from being married, because just for me, I'm just like, I just want to deal with it now. It happened now. Let's deal with it now. So that did help me with that. So communication, I agree with you on that. It was another one that you said.
Communication.
Selfishness.
Learning that on how selfish I am.
Yeah. You gonna go into that?
I think like it for me. It's just like, as far as being selfish, is saying, well, learning that it's not about you, just you. Because I know one day you called me. You was like, "Where you at?" I was like, "I'm at Sonic. I'm sitting in the drive-thru." He was like, "What you doing at Sonic?" Didn't I say I want to go get some ice cream? And he was like, "What you got at Sonic?" I was like, "A milkshake." He was like, "So for the last 2 weeks, I told you I wanted a milkshake, and you just didn't think I wanted a milkshake." And as I was sipping, I was like, I don't know. I think you was at an event or going to an event or something, and you was finna leave. I was like, yeah, I just need to kill some time. So I just so happened to stop by Sonic and get me a large milkshake. He was like, so you just didn't even consider what I told you. And I was just like, this is one of those moments where, you know, I can't do nothing but say I'm wrong, because I knew I did it. But, you know, that was one of the moments where I just realized, okay, yeah, I am pretty selfish. But I also am learning that, you know, of course we're naturally selfish as humans, but learning how to balance everything so it doesn't seem like I'm selfish, if that makes sense. Because, you know, some things that have to be done.
You gotta let go so I can skip it.
Yeah, some things that have to be done. It's right there, bro. Yeah, some things that have to be done, it takes two, especially like you said, being a parent. If it comes to Jackson, instead of just saying, oh, Jackson's diaper needs to be changed. Oh, I don't feel like changing it. And then I leave the burden on you. So I'm learning that, you know, sometimes you just got to step up to the plate and definitely listening. Let me go in. Bro, it's right there. What are you tripping for? Listening is important because it helps you to take care of tasks that, well, actually it helps you get ahead of the task before it's actually brought to the table. Like, you'll just generally mention it, and then when you say something, like, you'll be like, you know what, I'm really hungry, and one of my coworkers had chicken wings for lunch, and that smelled really good. So then when you come home, like, oh, I'm hungry, I was like, okay, she might want chicken wings for lunch. So listening, and that can go for like giving gifts, getting food, where you want to go, things like that. That's what you looking at me for. Like, why are you looking at me?
Do we want to bring up Pandora and
What you mean Pandora?
Pandora bracelets and Apple watches?
You can go on with all that. Make your point. Say what you want.
I'm just saying what you said to listening.
I'm just saying. That don't mean it's gonna happen right away. Let me make that very clear. I hear you. It's in my spirit, amen. It's on the table, amen.
His parents, my in-laws, I don't know, I can't remember which one of them told me this, but it was like, you just have to communicate very direct. I think it was your dad. He was like, you have to be very direct with me and don't be hinting. Just say it. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, I want a Pandora bracelet for the next whatever gift you gonna give me.
Mm-hmm. What a charm at that you had.
My charm is upstairs.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
You don't even know where it's at.
It's upstairs. I know where it is in my drawer.
Anyways, like I said, I hear what you say. It's in my spirit. Now, when it happens, that's a different story. But I hear what you're saying, and it's on my radar. Let's just say that.
I have faith in him.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't wait till my wrist be on this wrist over here be just jangling with.
That look like a Pandora bracelet right there.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
See, this he don't even know what it look like, y'all.
It look like that.
Pandora bracelets are not. This is like a bangle. It's hard. Pandora bracelets are soft. Y'all see, he don't know. The ones I want, where you put the charms on it. But y'all gonna see me one, cause when I get one charm on a bracelet, I'm just gonna be like this the whole podcast.
You can do it with that.
No, I don't have no jiggle.
Oh man!
And then on this watch gonna be my Apple Watch. So then I be checking it.
What you gonna be
when
checking
folks
for?
texting me and stuff.
Let's back up. When you get,
but we getting off task. That's not what we gotta talk about. Y'all will know when I get it because it will be televised.
Okay. Anyways, do you have any closing comments?
Don't be trying to wrap this up. So. The selfishness, I don't know if I was that selfish, but I'm pretty sure I have my moment.
No, I don't think you would. When we were dating, you were very giving.
Well, at least I tried to be.
You was my sugar mama when we was dating.
Okay.
You took good care of me.
Yeah. But another good thing about marriage is that it teaches you compromise. Mm-hmm. And it teaches you love. Because this is what I'm saying, life after love. Of course, when you get married, or even in preparation for marriage when you're dating, you have those cute little arguments, you know.
What was a cute little argument we had?
Oh, Tyler, we didn't get to go do anything this weekend. I want to go to the movie.
When I was in college?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it was like little arguments. But I'm just saying, you ain't worried about finances and stuff like serious stuff like that. And so when I say compromise, you have to learn how to give and take. You can't win every argument, even if you right.
You love being right.
Even if you right, sometimes you just have to be like, you know what, you right, boo. And you just gotta let them have that win. You just gotta take a loss.
Don't act like you just this humble person.
Tyler, you're not giving them a united front here.
Okay.
So I'm not saying I'm always the one that's right. Sometimes you're right.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is sometimes you have to take wins and losses for the team. And it teaches you how to love unconditionally, because marriage is such a benefit, but it's such hard work. Like it's not easy. It's not, you just wake up every day, you're in love, you have no worries, and things are just okay. With anything that you want to be successful or you want to work, you have to put hard work into it. And I'm just talking about from 2 years. So when we surrounded with couples that have been married for
30 plus
so many years, and we're blessed, especially me as a young lady, to be able to have women that share how they got through. It helps me out a lot. But it shows you how to have more love and compassion for other people outside of your marriage. Because it is hard. And so you still have to love past how you feeling. You have to love past that moment, knowing that it's only temporary. And you can do that with people that you're not married to. Because we're just called to love one another. And so you have a little bit more patience. I still have my struggles sometimes, but I have more patience now that I'm married, because I know love takes work, and it's not always easy. But it also, I could go on and on now that I'm thinking about it. But I want to say the best thing about marriage for me so far, the moment that stands out the most for me was when I had Jackson. And so when I had Jackson, he went to NICU, and the two moments that stood out the most for me, and I have to go back to these moments a lot of times because I get frustrated sometimes, but it just reminds me of how much Tyler loves me and how much he loves our family. Well, after we had him, the same day in the room, the doctor came in and was concerned about his breathing. And they wanted to take him down to NICU, and it was so hard. I mean, I literally just broke down. How Jackson's doing, that's how I was. And I literally was trying to think, how am I going to... Now, I couldn't walk. I had these little things on my legs to try to make sure I didn't have any blood clots. But I really was like, how am I about to escape this hospital with my... child, because I don't want him to go to NICU. Ain't that wrong, my child? And then the day when we actually left, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm about to come home with my child. And it was like, yeah, you're not going to take him home. And I just broke down. And Tyler was just there to be strong. And I'm pretty sure it hurt him as well. But he couldn't truly let his feelings out because he had to be there for me. That has been my greatest moment. Oh, he just left me, y'all. But he just left me. He was able to fill in the gap. So we balanced each other out. And so when I'm weak, he's able to be strong. And you can't explain it because there's nothing you can rehearse. Mm-hmm. But it just happens. So when I'm at my weakest moments, he was able to just stand in and be like, okay, I got to put how I feel aside to support her and be there for her. And I don't know if I've had to really do that for you, but I would like to believe that if I had to, I would have to go in the mode. I would be able to get into the mode of, all right, this is something that's really bothering him. I got to step up to the plate. Mm-hmm.
So being married has emotional support.
Yeah. What were some of the things that people were saying?
About what?
When they were responding to the status?
It was mostly women.
And that's why I was saying. Were they saying that there were benefits?
Yeah, a couple people. I can't remember the comments. I just remember the one, like I said, initially talking about how it seems like the woman always got to bend and break and all this kind of stuff. But one person was, saying how you got somebody to love and take care of you and encourage you when you're down or you're feeling kind of left out or whatever. You got that emotion, like you said, that emotional support, somebody that's just got your back, basically. But honestly, it was very few like good comments. I didn't get to the very bottom, but most of the ones I did see, they were probably women saying, I don't see a benefit, or we could just be dating and I still get the same benefits or whatever. And I think a lot of women, or a lot of men and women, think like that. Oh, why get married? You can still get the same benefits. I guess I can kind of see where people coming from when women
we do. I mean, when you come to it, women change. Well, you don't have to, but traditionally, you change your name. You true. They, we are taught to like, oh, okay, if your husband goes somewhere, you're supposed to follow them. Things like that. But I think that's just from the newer generation, the foundation that we're taught, and luckily, in the women that I surround myself with, which most of them are married, and they can show me, not only in the word what it says about marriage,
the realness of it.
Yeah, and its benefits. You think that sacrificing or doing those things, it's all bad, but submitting to your husband definitely has his benefits of your benefits to your family. And I can just say one specific example for us, which I don't mind sharing at all, is I was horrible with finances. I don't know why, because my mom is not, but I was horrible with finances, and I love to spend money. And Tyler's the exact opposite. And submitting to him is probably the reason, along with God covering us, is the reason that we had this house and that we're able to pay off a credit card and that we're able to take care of medical bills. Because if I wouldn't submit to him, we'd probably be in more debt. Because I just want to swipe the card for everything.
For me, marriage is definitely a big sacrifice. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Marriage is a big sacrifice. And if you're young, you're thinking about getting married, you're in line to get married, and you're praying about it, or you say you're looking for a wife. Can I close it out at least? We're going to go. Jackson, okay. If you're thinking about getting married, looking to get married, all that good stuff, you need to pray about it. You need to analyze your situation to say, if I'm willing to cut everything off, if I'm willing to bend and break or wherever it needs to be happened, and if I'm willing to give more of myself than I can give in another situation or a friendship or just a regular relationship, you're ready to give like all of yourself, then yeah, that's definitely something to think about if you're talking about getting married, because there are many benefits, but you definitely got to work for those benefits.
And you don't know the benefits until you're actually married. A single person could never tell you what the benefits are.
Yes. Amen, boo. You go ahead, give your closing.
So, I guess I really don't have anything to say. I guess you could see that parenting is hard too. Jackson is just busy.
Thank you.
But he is so lovable. Can you just gotta let the baby? You just gotta let the baby. You just gotta let the baby.
That's it.
But yeah, so anyways, I encourage marriage. I don't think statistics truly define, they say the divorce rate is high, whatever, and it probably is. But there are some good marriages out there. I get excited when people are getting married. It's something to be celebrated. It's not easy. If you have an anniversary coming up, celebrate it. Celebrate. Who do that? David Mann. He be like, this is celebrate. Okay. Never mind. I'm a big Tyler Perry fan.
Yeah.
But anyways, celebrate love. Celebrate marriage. Don't give up. Finding that one for the women, the one finding you, can be difficult. It can be challenging. But when you find that one, when you make that commitment, I promise you it's worth it. And it just makes life a little bit more sweeter.
Yeah. Good.
I'm great.
All right. So.
Oh, I have an update.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I put into practice what I said about the...
Give them a little reminder of what you were talking about.
Just speaking your mind and not just kind of taking things for
what they're presented as.
Yeah, just being able to speak respectfully and letting people know how you feel, and I was able to do that.
How did it make you feel?
Yeah, I feel so good. And I feel like my relationship is so much better now with that person. And it felt good. So I have work to do still. But it was a great stepping stone. And I just look forward to continuing to speak my mind. Speaking my truth. I hear people say that all the time. I really don't know what that means. But it sounded good. I'm going to speak my truth. And I encourage you to do the same. And share with me, any situation where you share your truth. Because I'm interested to know how you handle things as well.
So they're going to put it in the comment box?
Put it in the comments. And hopefully we'll have our artwork. Tyler did do it. And he found us a song. So I'm so excited. So tell us what you think about it as well. And I guess we'll see you all next time.
But before that, if you like this video, make sure you like it, share it.
Please share. Share. That is the thing. We love loves. We love likes. But we want you to share. That's how we're going to get the word out. We want to reach people beyond who we know.
Yeah, we're trying to build a bigger community. So right now we're trying to get our page, the Facebook page, up to 500 likes. So we need to make sure you like the video and like the page when you do that, and share the video as well. So that way we can grow our community, and we can just grow with each other.
And we're gonna have to do a giveaway.
We will. We will. We definitely will.
Based on shares.
There you go. But when we outline the rules, we'll make sure we put it in one of the videos. But yeah, until next time, make sure you do all of that. And like I said, make sure you leave a comment in the box below. But until next time, this is your man T Bell.
And this is Joy Bell.
And this is Jackson Bell.
You gonna say bye-bye?
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And that's Kennedy Bell.
Yeah, little Kennedy.
And this has been what?
Episode 2.
Of
Life After Love.